So what should we talk about?
Putting me on the spot. Well, about Dirty, I think.
Yeah, no, totally. I think we should discuss like how vile people were first, and just like obviously you saw you put together those clips that everybody called her like a slut, and she was
Right.
shamed for like everything, and it was like a different time too, because maybe it was like more public. People just like said that, and yeah, there was just like a lot of mean things people said about her.
There were calling her a slut and a whore and all of these things just because of what she wore or because of the video is crazy because she wasn't actually sleeping around or doing those things that those words mean. And so I just think it was fucked up that everyone was saying those things.
And plus, like, I feel like we're also at a different time because back then, obviously OnlyFans didn't really exist, and like maybe porn was on like less discussed. It wasn't like
Yeah.
such a mainstream like a topic.
Playboy at the time was kind of was like the mainstream kind of thing like that.
Hmm.
And one of the headlines that I posted in a collage I made was how even Hef would say no to Christina. She was too dirty for Hef and the mansion and all that.
That is funny because that was like the main thing. She was owning her sexuality for her, and that was like her whole point, is that she didn't want to be pretty. If she was gonna
Yeah.
do sexuality on her own like terms. So to get that badge of, I guess, dishonor from Playboy, like who is he to say anything?
Yeah, I don't know if he
Old
himself
creepy
said
man.
anything. You know, I know.
So something that's come up, obviously. So we're talking about this campaign, and we're trying to get Dirty to number one. Realistically, it would take a lot of buying power and stuff
Yeah.
to get her to number one on the Billboard Hot 100. Ask all these other artists who pay to get to number one.
Yeah, I agree.
I think it would just be cool if we got her onto like iTunes or anywhere on any
I
chart.
agree. Yeah, I was just thinking that a little bit earlier. Like, whatever the outcome is, even if it's just something small, I think getting that song to move anywhere will be a big deal. And that would be really cool to me anyway.
Yes. And something that's really, it was kind of discouraging, but also like, I guess, empowering to continue, was that people have been maybe realistic or also pessimistic about like fighters in more recent years couldn't get her songs to chart. How are we going to get this 23-year-old song to chart? And I was talking to Corey earlier today, and I was just telling him about how, like, maybe, I don't know, I don't feel like there's like a community like feeling with fighters as like
Hmm.
a Swifty or even like
Right.
the Lambs.
Yeah, or the little monsters or whoever. I feel like there's not as big of a camaraderie between the fighters for sure. I agree.
Why do you think that is?
I don't know. I think so many of us are just bitches and we don't get along.
Some of it,
No,
okay, some of it are true.
a little bit.
A
No,
little
that's
bit.
not really why. I
It's a
don't
one
really think
percent.
that. No, I don't know why. I don't know. I think yeah, Mariah's fans would be able to do that. Even Britney's fans would probably be able to do something like that for her. But I feel like we can't manage to come together.
Yeah, what are we doing? So that's what I was telling Corey, because we were just discussing it. And, even with out of this whole outcome, if we're doing a better job of communicating and like talking to one another, I think that's like a win.
Yeah, for sure.
And already it's working. Like so many people are popping into the DMs and like so excited. I feel
Hmm.
like maybe we're just like little silos.
Yeah,
Like everybody's just like off on their own. Like, how come we don't talk to each other?
I agree, but that kind of goes with Christina's vibe. She's kind of like a lone wolf in a way and always doing her own thing and stuff like that. And so maybe it's a little bit because of that, but I have seen the comments on that post and people seem really excited about
Yeah,
fighters coming together.
right? And like, how come nobody's done this before?
Yeah, that's the thing. I think because no one really has in the
It is a
fandom.
lot of energy, by the way.
Yeah, it is.
It is. So maybe that's why. But I feel like once you like have the momentum, because like just imagine like all those fan accounts for like a Swifty. Obviously, we don't want to be like the Swifties because there's like a little bit of toxicity there. But maybe like the Lambs, they respect her, the legacy, the queen that she was and is, and accept her for the capabilities she's able to currently.
Exactly.
Right. So we need to be more like the Lambs, because like somebody did mention it that like with Britney, they were able to get what was it, Selfish? No,
It might have
they,
been.
because that one song they got from her, like I think Glory, they
Hmm.
got that one back on the charts, and it kind of like
Yeah.
outmaneuvered Justin Timberlake's song that was new at the
Yeah,
time.
no, that's why I like have hope for this Too Dirty campaign, just because I've seen it happen with other fandoms, and I just would like to see something happen with the song, whatever it is.
Right. And
It
plus,
might
like,
make
even
something.
Glitter
Yeah, yeah,
had a
glitter.
today. Yes.
Yes.
So we just need to combine our power.
Yeah.
And plus, like, buying it on iTunes is like $1.50. I don't even have a
Yeah.
job and I can afford that.
No, I'm gonna do that. I just have to get the iTunes app and then I will do
Oh, yeah, me too. I was like, where do I even find iTunes? I have to download it.
that. I know.
Even though I own Dirty in like several different ways.
Formats. Yeah.
Yes. I don't think I ever bought the like digital version.
I don't think I did either.
Yeah. Did you ever listen to Let's Get Dirty by Redman?
No, not really.
Okay. I only heard about it after the fact, like after she had, came out and cited it as her source.
Me too, yeah.
Yeah. But before that, she said it was a huge hit, and maybe it was. I feel like I listened to a lot of hip hop music at that time,
Hmm.
but I
I
don't
never
remember it
heard
being a
that one.
big hit. Yes.
Yeah, I don't either. I've like meant to listen to that for the past 20 years, but for some
The
reason I
20 years.
still haven't for some reason.
Just listen to Dirty. It's basically it.
But have you listened to that song?
Well, yes.
Is
And it's
it
okay.
similar to Dirty?
Well, yeah, it's totally, the track
Okay.
is like dangerously similar, obviously,
I'd
because,
probably yeah, I'd probably like it.
yeah,
Maybe I should give it a chance.
no, it's good. It's enjoyable. I think something I noticed because I was like overly dissecting Dirty, Christina's Dirty. I was like, whenever he comes in the rap, a lot of his things that he's rapping about are like, also in general, every rap song. I don't like it when people rap about things that are very of that moment because then it like dates that song. So in his verse, he talks about the PlayStation 2, Bernie Mac, no, Bernie, yeah, Bernie Mac?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Lauryn Hill, like, why are you referring to all these people? Bernie Mac is unfortunately he's no longer with us. The
Right.
PS2, I think we're on the PS5 now.
Yeah, exactly. The
Yes.
only thing that would still be somewhat relevant if you're like a real fan, you know that Christina loves Lauryn Hill. And
Well,
so
yeah.
that's fine. That'd be cool. But yeah, everything else is a little bit dated. It gives it
Yes.
away.
Yes. And then recently I was like online and I was gonna like purchase the CD, like single,
The
Dirty.
single.
Yes. And then I couldn't decide. Maybe you should help me. There was one CD single that had what's it called? Makeover?
Yeah, yeah, as the
Has the
B
B
side
side.
to Dirty.
Or should I get the other one that has I Will Be? Or should I just get
Oh
both?
my God. Yeah, I get both. That's so impossible to choose. I would get both. I
Right?
was
And
gonna
then I
say
was
makeover first, but
right?
both wouldn't hurt.
Yes. I was looking for it on like vinyl, but
Mhm.
they only had it on like CD for
Yeah,
with
yeah,
the B side.
I'm sure. Yeah.
And then also on like one of them they had without the rap. And I was like, "Oh yeah, that exists."
My gosh, I
I,
forgot.
I need to listen to that later.
Me too. Yeah. That's cool. Yeah, yeah, even back then though, like vinyls were not a thing. So I'm sure you couldn't find something with the B-sides and all of that on a vinyl.
But yeah, it's so funny because like it's resurgence. So like
Yeah,
now
yeah.
everybody's doing it, but at that moment nobody was doing it.
Nobody. They weren't
That's
making them.
crazy. I think I found a cassette too, like of stripped and stuff,
Wow.
which is
Yeah.
crazy. So tell me a little bit about these magnificent flyers that you have behind you.
These flyers are to promote the Too Dirty campaign
Hmm, hmm.
for September 3rd, when we're going to be streaming Dirty, buying and sharing and everything else.
I like how
So I thought
animated
it,
everybody was
I,
in that
I
video.
mean,
So,
yeah,
if, for those who don't know, we put a video together. I asked everybody to say the exact same script, and it was like open to interpretation to like how they said it. And I think everybody, had was unique to them. If anything, I think I was the most boring. But a Sim, he was like so like animated, and
yeah.
Corey, he did this little X, and you were so like ominous.
Yeah, I felt like mine was a little like quiet and low
Yeah,
quality compared to all the other.
low quality.
I was like, it
I
doesn't
wasn't gonna say
match.
it.
It was a little quiet, a little dark, but that's me, I guess.
Yeah, on your Palm Pilot.
Yeah, I know. What was that?
No.
Calculator. Just gonna say I like the new background you have set up back there with
Oh,
that
thanks.
CD and those covers, yeah.
And I like moved a
And the
couple
bionic
around.
thing. Yeah,
Yes.
love that.
Thank you. What do you think if Dirty was released today? How would like people react? People have said on the comments because like back then it was like such a shock. Maybe also
Mhm.
because she was like a main pop girl, but
Yeah,
also like now we have like a WAP.
exactly. Yeah, there are like two sides to that. I think it would be a big deal either way if one of the pop girls did something like that. Even now, I think that would still be a big deal. But if it were released today, I think it would be kind of the norm. I think it would do very well. And like you said, yeah, we have WAP or WAP or whatever. I shouldn't say. I don't know what it's called. Yeah, we have all of these very suggestive songs, and so I just don't think it would be a big deal today at all,
Yeah,
really.
and I think even WAP, that was not controversial, but it was, like, what really talked about for that moment just
Hmm.
because it was overtly sexual. But it's weird that people would talk about how, like, Dirty was similar, I guess. But
Yeah,
I think hip hop has always, especially, like, female hip hop, has always been more overtly sexual. Um,
yeah, I
Because like,
agree.
even then, we had, like, Little Kim with her boob out.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Yeah, so,
I think
and that's the thing. I think Lil Kim's videos and whoever else's videos were accepted, but because it was Christina, and that's not what people expected from her,
from her
that it was
squeaky
a big
clean
deal.
image.
Yeah, so it was a bigger deal.
Yeah, and, like, that was exactly what she wanted to, was, like, erase that whole, like, slate of her being the squeaky clean girl next door,
Hmm.
virginal, as she says.
Yeah, and that's another thing is in terms of the video, it was just like a party video. She was having fun, she was partying, they were dancing. There was no drinking, there was no drugs, there was not one kiss, no making out, no sex, nothing like that. And people were so outraged just because of what she was wearing, but it was just a party video. It was just for fun.
Right?
They were just dancing, really. Like there was no illicit, scandalous things really going on, if you think
Right.
about
I think this is just, like, the implication of, like, it being, like, an underground, like, subversive
it. Fight
environment.
Club.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which I like and I think is so cool that the it's like almost post-apocalyptic
Mhm.
underground kind of thing, end of the world. I think it's very
So you like fight clubs.
cool.
Do you frequent Fight Club? If you got into a fight, would you win?
Of course.
Excellent. Oh, so, like, I was watching, or I've posted clips of the making the video, which I totally forgot that there was a making the video for Dirty
Did you
until
forget?
recently. Yes, and
Oh
so
my
I
God,
was
I
like,
used to watch it all the time as a teenager.
really?
All the time, yeah, constantly. I
Gosh.
have it recorded on
Oh my gosh. So yeah, I downloaded it and posting clips, but I totally forgot that Jerry Slaughter was the one who did the original choreography for the song.
VHS. Yeah, he did.
And I wonder why. I wonder if it has to do with her knee, or, like, her injury that she had. That's why they changed the choreography.
Oh, what do you mean?
Remember at, like, I think around, somebody mentioned it was the experience. That's whenever she kind of, like, changed it. And it was, like, insinuated or assumed maybe it was because, she was heavier, but also I think
Mhm.
that was around the time where she had, I don't know what, she
Oh,
fell or
that's
something.
right. Oh, that's right.
She fell down
Yeah.
the elevator shaft saving kittens, and then she was later seen at Disney World in a wheelie thing.
Right. I think that wheelchair thing was a little bit after like the experience choreo. I
Oh,
think it
okay.
was a few years after, but still, I do think the choreography was altered just to make it like a little easier for her at that time,
Yeah.
probably. But yeah, it was Jerry Slaughter who choreographed that video originally. I know that's when Christina really found out that he knew how to choreograph for her in a way that worked for her.
Yeah. And just to think, like, people always say that, she's such a insert bad word, but, she's been working with him, but also what is Monique? Is that his sister or cousin or something?
Yeah, that's his sister.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
they've been all working together in that same little group for like what,
Yes.
23 years now?
I also love how I always like every podcast I mention George. It seems like I
God, you're
mentioned
obsessed.
I
George, give
am
him a
like,
call.
could you imagine? Oh my God.
Well, he's gay,
No,
so
I relate to George. I have a soft spot for George. No, but I always mention him in these, but I do like how he returned to the Christina universe
well,
for that
yes.
video.
Yeah.
I thought that was cool. I enjoy that.
Yeah, such a precarious time because they had already broken up, but she was already with Jordan. So they had
Jordan,
this,
yeah.
yeah, and
But
Jordan didn't
she,
care. He's
yeah,
gay.
no, right, exactly. But yeah, Christina,
Yeah.
like, I know she auditioned him and said that he did, like, he was one of the best ones from the auditions and stuff, and so she just had to put him in.
She said that?
Yeah, there's this video. I could find it.
Yeah, you have to find it. I didn't know that. And she made him audition?
Yeah.
Shady.
And she was like, and we're all good and this and that. And everything's
That's
good
good.
between them. Yeah. At the time. And that was like, late '02 or something, '03.
It's great that she accepted that he was a homosexual. What is your favorite live version of Dirty?
I think I've said before it's the MTV Mardi Gras performance of Dirty,
Well, that is a good one. Yeah,
but I also love the '03 VMA's version. It's like the fighter medley, but still I
that
like the
one.
Dirty.
Yeah, I agree. I was gonna say that one, but also so like I'm watching a lot of clips of Dirty, just like to find clips to post and everything. But whenever they stay, it's Christina performing. It pans to her. It was like an awkward entrance, especially because like Redman, he's on standing on top of what would be the top of the industrial piece, and it looks like he's awkward. Don't you think?
Yeah, a
Like,
little bit. I do, yeah. And even at one point, just to like fill the dead air, I think he like shouts out to someone in the crowd,
yes,
like just to fill the awkward silence.
yes, because maybe it's like somebody flipped the switch, but like the thing
Yeah,
wasn't lifting. It was like, oh, kill time.
yeah.
And Christina's
It
over there
was,
stuck in this fan.
yeah, she's being lifted from under the stage. Yeah,
Yeah, good times.
love that performance.
Yes. I didn't realize it was as big as it was. Maybe just because that same night was like a virgin,
Yeah, oh
and
yeah,
that
for
kind of
sure.
like took the cake. But
I love that she got to perform twice. I think that's
I know,
great.
right?
Love that.
Working overtime. So you've had an account, like a fan account for some time. Like when did
Yeah,
you start Christina Connection?
I started Christina Connection in 2021.
Okay.
But I had an account before that for since like from like 2015 to 2018. I had an account and it had so many followers and I got deleted and all of that.
Is it because you
And
posted your nudes?
yes, no, but
What was it called? Like what was the name of it?
it was called Insta Aguilera.
I wonder if I followed it at some point.
Maybe you could have. There was like 16,000 followers on that.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's
it
crazy that it
sucked.
just got deleted.
They were doing a lot of them at that time, and I knew mine was next.
You
And
knew?
yeah, well, I figured since they're deleting all these fan accounts that mine was, could be at risk. And it was, and it got deleted, which sucked. But I got a
That's crazy.
screenshot before it was of like the followers count and all of these things, and I have a screenshot of it at least. But
Well,
then eventually, yeah, I made Christina Connection, and luckily I've had that for a few years.
what was the whole point? Like why did they delete it?
I think maybe copyright policies or impersonation or whatever they think.
Impersonation? You're clearly
They
not
think
her.
maybe you're trying to pretend you are. They don't, I mean,
Obviously, I am Christina.
we all are.
Yes. Okay.
But
So I
I've
was going
since
to
put like
ask,
disclaimers in the bio.
since you've, yeah, right. I need to do that. But I think it's obvious.
No, yours
It's
is
about
safe. I
it.
think yours is
Okay, good.
safe.
Since you've had two accounts now and you had a sizable amount of followers for both of them, how come there hasn't been like somebody creating like a kind of community, like hub for everybody to just like discuss and just like nerd out on Christina?
I just don't know if that's our nature. I don't know if that's how the fighters are. I don't really know if we're very much like that unless like someone gets the ball rolling like we have with this campaign. I don't know if anyone really thinks of that for some reason.
Oh my gosh. So you're saying that fighters are just like Christina, they're lazy queens.
Yeah. No, but honestly, I feel like it does have something to do with Christina. Just that she raised us. We are how we are. And so, yeah, a
It
little
could be.
bit. A little
And
bit.
plus, and it could be just because like I think each one of us is like obviously a fan of so many other like fandoms.
Mhm.
And then I think maybe would you say that like a Lady Gaga and of course like a Taylor Swift, they have more interaction with their audience?
No, I don't think they do personally. No. I don't think they themselves interact more than Christina does with us or post more or anything like that. No, I don't think so. I just think that the media kind of keeps them more current and is more willing to keep them kind of current so that the whole world's involved. Whereas they don't necessarily do that for Christina all the time, which sucks. And I think if she could get to that kind of place, even just for a little bit, which she does sometimes, and she has been recently in the last couple of years with some of the things she's done and like showing up at Sabrina's tour and different things. She's like on a you know bigger platform.
Oh yeah, or how she showed up to that yogurt store with her Nintendo. Just kidding, I'm joking.
She's the queen. We can't force her to do anything.
That's true.
The
What do you think of
outfit.
David LaChapelle? Also, because obviously his stuff is very sexual, and he has a particular like style. of like how he does his art and his photography and his
Yeah.
colors even. But somebody on his team, like I doubt he picked out every single piece of background art and whatever. Someone on his team was definitely guilty of putting in that Thai language about sex trafficking.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I think so too. Yeah, I like David LaChapelle. I don't think he like means any harm. I think he's very, very artistic
Hmm.
and has a very specific aesthetic and all of that. But yeah, I think we would have to look into like whoever decorated the set and was in charge of that
Yeah.
and ask what they were thinking putting that kind of thing up.
Somebody needs to check their search history from like 23 years ago. Those weirdos.
I know, yeah. But that sucks that Christina got any kind of backlash for that. Obviously,
Yeah, because she
she
didn't.
wouldn't know.
Well, actually, she might have because I think she's fluent in Thai. She's not fluent in Thai.
No, she is not.
She's not even fluent in Spanish.
I know. That's all right.
It's okay because I'm not either.
Oh,
Oh
you're
my,
not.
I am not.
I didn't
I
think
can.
you were, but I didn't know.
Oh yeah, I can understand it like really well, but I speak so slow. So when people ask me, because people have asked, it's like, oh, can we get subtitles or can you do an episode in Spanish? And I was like, I can't speak Spanish.
You're like,
And then
no, I don't think.
I think I figured out a way to do like subtitles. I think now it's automatic, but in the beginning it wasn't automatic. But yeah, I was thinking about doing a like how we did our scripted like video.
Hmm.
I was thinking about doing well, actually I am doing it. But in Spanish because I see how hard, the Latin America goes for Christina.
Yeah,
So I was like,
absolutely.
why not? Because somebody mentioned she's like, if we stream it here, and I think I forgot what she said, but Latin America, will it help? And I was like, no, it won't help for the U.S., but let's get her to number one everywhere. And
Oh, I
especially like the
agree.
Brazilian fans, they
I
love
know.
their pop stars,
I think that's the thing. Like with if all of the streams and all of that counted internationally and all came together, I think obviously we can get her to number one, especially considering like the Brazilian fans or whoever who are so diehard. And I think that's
yes,
very cool. Like, yeah, I think that would help a lot. So that sucks that it doesn't count overseas or whatever.
right? Do you know Portuguese?
I don't.
Do you know
Did you ask?
Italian?
Because, okay, yeah. I was like, oh, so you remember what I am. Yeah.
Yes.
I don't know Italian. I understand some Spanish and stuff
Oh, dang.
because I was raised mostly by that part of my family.
Do you play the Mario Brothers?
I have. I love Mario Kart, like
Oh
Christina
yeah, it's a
herself.
classic.
I'm sad there was never a Christina video game.
Well, you should learn how to code and make one,
That'd be great. I'm gonna collab with someone.
right? Why not? We're learning all these other fighters who are
And the levels could be like the album.
in the different eras. Like, oh, you've reached Bionic. No, you've reached the evil swine, and it would be like Perez Hilton.
Yeah.
You've got to defeat the Mega Boss, and it's
Like
Lady Gaga.
Madam X would be holding them all in a dungeon.
Yes,
We have to free Maria and Xtina.
yes. And then one
Baby
of the other
Jane.
bosses would be like, oh, no, it's which Madam X? Like, choose your player. It's like, are you gonna choose Madam X Madonna or Madam X Xtina? And they have to duke
No,
it out.
no,
It's kind of fun. It's really good. Well, if Kim Kardashian can have a game, why can't Christina?
I know, that'd be great. There's a lot of things I feel she could have and almost has done, but then just ended up not. Because I've heard about certain deals that have fallen through with different products and stuff. And I'm like, oh,
Well, yeah. I think at one point I had the tab open on my computer for like the longest time. I finally like removed it. But I was looking up like different registrations that she has.
hmm.
And at some point, I think she let it go, but it's called Let's Get Glam. And it was like makeup
Yeah,
because she was,
bionic era makeup.
yeah.
Gee.
And Corey told me in the last episode that he had some shoes. They were like, and I thought they were like the candies or the Skechers or whatever. I don't know. But no, there were some shoes like debut era that they came out with. And I think he said they just had genies on them or her
Yeah,
logo.
there's that sounds so familiar. I just can't recall. But I think there was
Mhm.
something like that.
I didn't
Just
even
some
know.
little.
And then we talked about how like dirty and we talked about like merch and stuff. And he showed me a condom. It was not
Oh
used.
my gosh.
He showed me a condom from whenever she did the LA Pride, and it just says, dirty or let's get dirty or something.
Okay.
And I thought that was
Yeah.
great, like merch that she put
Yes.
out. It
There's
makes sense.
so many things. Yeah. So many
She
little
could have
things
also
that
done
she.
poppers, but no,
Yeah. No, that
especially
would have
she's not.
been.
Controversial.
Right, they would have been gone. People would have taken them.
Yes.
I still want to get some chaps. I would still like to, on whatever that website is. I think it's Dolls Kill or whatever. They have that dirty costume for Halloween.
Is that Dolls Kill?
It might be, yeah.
Oh, okay. I saw, well, because, she was selling the one, I think it was like a jersey set or something on her website, remember?
Oh yeah, the like sweat pant kind of set.
That looked like it.
Hmm.
I don't know if this lady
So
was, because,
expensive.
yes, that's why it's still available.
I
When
would
is she
have
going to run a
gotten it.
sale? Christina, run a sale, especially in this economy.
She does sometimes, but never on those big things.
Dang it. I think there was somebody whenever I went to the last day of Voltaire, and I
Hmm.
believe she was wearing that. At least she was wearing the jacket, and she was
Yeah.
like sitting up front, the table. I was
Hmm.
sitting in the back because I was standing in the back.
Yeah. Yeah, I never got a table for Voltaire either.
You went to
So we,
Voltaire?
yeah, yeah, Voltaire, yes. The residency, yeah.
I don't remember which day you went to.
Oh my God, I went like several times.
Oh, I didn't know that. I remember you
I
went
went
to
to,
Experience several times.
oh yeah, I also went to Voltaire like 4 or 5 times.
Oh my gosh, you need a hobby.
The two meet and greets.
Duh. I don't know why. Yes, I remember the pictures, but you went 4 times.
I think five.
Mm,
Yeah.
all
For the
that excess
second meet
money.
and greet, I know. I mean, for Christina, it's worth it.
You're like a crackhead, and your crack is Christina.
Yeah, if she's here, if she's just right here and I can go. Oh yeah, well, the second meet and greet that I did, I ended up not staying for the concert. So it's
What?
like I was sick. I was so sick and almost couldn't even go to the meet and greet, but I forced myself to do that.
Or sorry, you're
Yeah.
the reason that she got the flu and canceled my show.
No, no, no. That was way before.
Oh, okay.
That was before. I was worried though that she would catch it. That's funny you would say that. I was worried.
Christina, stay away from him.
But I was like healed after the meet and greet. So
Excellent. But then you paid for a ticket to the concert too?
yeah, but I had already seen it like 4 times. So I was like, I don't have to stay. I'm like sick. I need to go.
Oh my gosh, you're so crazy.
I had just like met her. I'm like, I'm good.
Corey was, being silly, and he's like, "Oh, you're like the epicenter or something, of the community now." Because I guess somebody reached out to him to like see about being on the podcast, and I was like, "No, I'm like, obviously that's not what I want, but I do want there to be more of a feeling of community, and that,
No,
yeah,
obviously I'm the epicenter of the fandom, but
obviously,
no.
until I spread those rumors about you, and then we kick you out."
Sorry, he's right though. You are definitely bringing a lot of the fighters together and facilitating a lot of these things, which is very cool. And he is kind of right about that.
Oh my gosh, I love that. But I also do that in my real life. It's like today I was, because it's hot here in Texas, and so I'm also having like a meetup here. It was like a queer mixer, and
Yeah.
I went around, old school like marketing, and I was putting up flyers for this event, and I was like, obviously we're into flyers.
Yeah.
Yes. So if you are in any of the metropolitan areas and want to contribute, we can have a flyer. You'll have to pay for downloading or to print them. But you're gonna go and post these up in Las Vegas. We have a
I
sim
am.
who's going to do that in New York. I, of course, I'm gonna do it in Dallas. Yeah. So if you live in another city, let us know, and I'll send you the file. What do we want out of this? Obviously, number one. I also kind of think it's
Yeah.
really cool to think each one of us that's in the video or posting this that Christina's probably seen it at this point because we're pretty annoying.
Yes, I'm sure she's seen it. And
Yes.
that makes me nervous. I can't think about it for too long. But I'm sure, I'm positive she has seen
Or
it.
she at least knows it's happening.
Yeah, I'm sure Gilbert has at least seen it.
Excellent.
I'm sure her team and Gilbert and some others have seen it. And I know she
Good.
has, though. Like, she
Yeah.
has.
I know. So if anybody who's watching this knows anything about becoming viral, make this post go viral so everybody can see it and we'll stream the song
In the video
in the video.
and buy it on iTunes and
Yeah.
Apple Music.
Yeah.
Well, how do you feel anyway about what Corey said to you?
About which part?
About your part in all this and how you're doing all this? How do you feel about that?
I think it's really cool. It's also been like a point of fun, especially because like currently, I'm going to keep this in. Currently, I'm still unemployed. It's a tough market. It's been 7 months. And I feel like this has given me some kind of project to like focus on like each one of the recordings and then also like the social media stuff. And also like, because I reached out to you back in May or April
Hmm.
about this potential thing like
Yeah.
campaign, and I was excited about it. So it would be cool besides, for Christina, but also a personal win if, she's anywhere on the charts and be like, wow, all this hard work and we made it happen.
Exactly. And no, I think it's cool and I think it's a good outlet. I think it's probably been a good outlet for you and I can relate to that for sure.
Yeah.
And I was going to say, because you asked a minute ago, like, what do you think the outcome should be, or what do you want the outcome to be of this campaign? And I just think, like, ideally, obviously, it would be to have it chart really high somewhere, or be number one on iTunes, or be number one somewhere in some way. That would be like the ideal thing. But even if it just enters the charts again, even slightly, or does something like that, I'll be really proud of that and proud of the fighters. And I think that will have been really worth it.
Last night when I was editing that video, the collage video, I was thinking, I was like, oh, wow, this is like all people pretty much I've met on this podcast. And then, like, yesterday and today, I'm like texting Corey and Nick and obviously you to be on here. And I
Hmm.
was like, I've met all these people through this podcast, but also through Christina.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. It's crazy to connect with people and make friends through the fandom. And I think that's special.
Yes.
And even if we're not like the little monsters or the lambs or whoever, we have our own little thing and our own little
Yeah.
community.
I love it. Yes. At some point, whenever she goes on tour, we need to like all meet up.
Yeah, for sure.
That'd be great. Well, with that, I think we should end this episode. We've talked enough about Dirty. I think this entire season, also, I think this is a nice capstone to the season because at some point, I think we said April, whenever I reached out to you about this whole like campaign, I was like, oh, well, I don't just like want to post episodes of the podcast and end it and then start back up to like whatever. So I just kept recording. And then that's when I kept meeting people. Then I had now, now I have too many episodes. So now I'm posting
Right.
like weekly almost, which is exciting because before I'm like, what am I going to talk about? Who am I going to talk to?
Exactly.
So that's really exciting. But wanted this whole campaign to be like the capstone because I'm tired, really
You're right.
exhausted.
This is like the finale.
Almost, yes. Yeah, I'm going to do one more episode and it's going to be a lot of fun. I think a lot of people are going to love it.
Season three, back to basics.
Yes. Oh, so yeah. So I have a lot planned for next season/year,
Ooh,
especially because it's going to be the 20th anniversary.
perfect. It's so
Yeah.
perfect.
Yeah.
I can't
Anyway,
wait.
with that, don't forget to stream Dirty on September 3rd. I feel like we also, I don't know, I'm going to figure out the logistics. We're going to have some kind of like live stream,
Hmm.
maybe.
That'd be cool.
Either way, go buy, purchase, share
Stream
Dirty.
it, hashtag.
#2Dirty. Thank you.